Wherever you're at on your journey, it's always important to take time to pause and reflect and just assess where you're currently at. Look at the moves you're making, look at what's going on in your life. Do a little bit of an inventory on how life's going for you and just be real with yourself. During those moments when you're kind of just reflecting on where you're at, it's important to be brutally honest with yourself. Take that time to ask yourself some tough questions, tell yourself the truth, and let those answers sort of come to you. Not really forcing anything, just really giving yourself that time, that space for the answers to appear on their own and reveal themselves to you.
Welcome to Unlocking Levels, helping you reach new levels of your potential.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy CL The Source, your friendly neighborhood hope dealer, back with another episode of Unlocking Levels. Thank you once again for tapping in. And in today's episode, I just wanted to share some of the reflections I've been having more recently at this stage in the game, at this stage in my journey. And the hope is that you can extract something from it through this transparency that I'm sharing with y'all about where I'm at, some of the things that I've been learning, and you can make it your own. You can apply it into your own kind of way as you move along on your journey in a relatable sense, you know what I'm saying? So where something I may be going through, it may not be exactly the same thing that you're going through, but very similar at the same time. And some of these reflections and revelations that I've kind of been receiving from the universe have been being downloaded. Hopefully they can help you out along your journey. Currently, as it stands, as you can tell if you've been following my work, this past week I didn't release a episode. There's a couple different reasons for that. One being I got 2 episodes dropping this week, one with a guest that I'm excited to create with again, and I'm excited to introduce to you again to be able to share some knowledge, drop some gems. The other reason is because lately I've just really been taking my time. I know in episodes past I've talked about having that sense of urgency and just getting to work and just keeping the ball rolling, keeping that momentum rolling. But sometimes I think it's really important to pause and really just kind of take a few moments to analyze where you're currently at. Ask yourself some of these tough questions. And like I said earlier, let the answers kind of reveal themselves to you. Not really forcing anything, just being present, being brutally honest with yourself, and giving yourself some time and space to reassess your plan and to maybe rework your plan. I think the end goal will always be the same, whatever it is that you're working towards. But I think that sometimes you reach points in your life, points in your journey where you might have to pivot. You might have to do something different. You might have to be real with yourself and reassess your situation in order to maybe change your direction, change your approach, whatever the case may be. Interesting thought came to my mind today as I was listening to a podcast. Actually, one of the main things I do in the morning is listen to a positive podcast that can help reveal something to me. And one of the messages was why the universe makes you wait. I think that I'm the type of person that can get a little impatient sometimes, and I might feel ready. I might feel in my bones that I'm ready for this next phase, this next move, this next big monumental shift to happen in my life. And when it doesn't come, I get a little frustrated because I'm like, oh, I'm putting in the work, but I'm not yielding too many results. The return hasn't really been that great. So I think after listening to this podcast episode, and shout out to Spiritual Dive, it's a YouTube channel that I listen to fairly often, and today's message really hit me. And it gave me a cold hard reality and a cold hard truth that I may have overlooked. And I think that truth is that what I feel like I'm ready for may not always be the case. I may not even fully be ready for that next level yet. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm currently at is where I'm supposed to be. The universe is giving me that resistance so that I can learn, so I can continue to firm myself up for what's to come. I know that all these good things are happening already in my life, and more good things are coming. I firmly believe that. I have full faith in that. And I think the human part of me tends to get a little impatient, tends to get a little anxious, tends to want things right now. And there may be several reasons for that as well. I think that's kind of part of who I've been for so long, and I'm working very hard to kind of reprogram myself and restructure my mind in terms of not expecting such drastic results and changes to happen right away, and to temper my expectations. I think in doing that, it's going to help me manage myself, manage my emotions, manage my expectations, and just manage my energy. I think the other reason is we live in a world where we just want results right away, microwavable results, just instant gratification. And when we don't get that, we feel like something's wrong. And I think that's a huge reason why recently I've been taking my time a little bit more. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not forcing anything. I'm taking things slower. I'm being more present. I'm being more intentional. I'm not racing against the clock. If something doesn't go according to my plan, I'm not fretting over it. I'm not tripping off that. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, this is what it is. The plan still remains the same. Keep moving forward, right? And not getting too hung up on what it is I'm not doing, or if I'm making mistakes, or if I'm not seeing that gradual progress that I want to see. Just to be fully transparent with y'all, there's an opportunity that I've shot my shot for recently. It's a pretty major opportunity that would change my life and take my life in a whole different direction. And I shot my shot for it. And it's currently still hanging in the balance and haven't gotten an answer yet. Still kind of waiting on things to progress and things to kind of unfold for me. But at the same time, I think my expectation was that I was like, okay, I'm going to shoot my shot and I'm not going to miss. And I'm not gonna take no for an answer type thing. And when I kind of set that bar, that super high bar for myself, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I think that all you can do is do what you can do to the best of your ability. And if you know that you prepared the best that you could, and if you know that you did everything in your control to make that situation happen for you, and it goes in your favor, great. But even if it doesn't, you should still be at peace with that. You should still be content with whatever happens. In the grand scheme of things, really tying it in together with talking about what I was talking about earlier, how the universe is making me wait, even though I feel like I'm ready. I just trust that. Learning how to really surrender and learning how to trust. And regardless of what direction it takes me in, the agenda is still the same. You move forward, you make progress, you keep leveling up, you put in the work. Trust that the work is working. Have full faith that what it is that you're putting work in towards is going to happen. Do the small things every single day. Build good habits, build good routines, show up every single day, even the days that you don't want to. Those are the days that you have to. When you commit to something bigger than yourself and you commit to yourself, there's really no room for anything else. I'm learning that. I really am. Haven't quite mastered it just yet, but I'm on that path of mastery where I'm learning a lot about the journey, about myself. And some of these insights recently I've been having have been so powerful and profound that I'm just like, wow, I feel so blessed. Like earlier this week and even last week, I was feeling kind of sluggish. I was kind of questioning my place in where I was at, even doubting myself. Like, am I on the right path? Am I doing what I'm supposed to? Is this really going to happen for me? Am I wasting time? My mind was really kind of going in all sorts of different directions that wasn't the right direction. And it was harder for me to kind of reel that in. But it was important for me to go through those times because since I trust myself so much more nowadays, I allow my mind to kind of like venture off on its own. And then I trust myself to be able to understand it. And I think that by letting my mind go off on its own sometimes, it's part of my process of feeling everything. And it's part of my process of fully digesting and processing what it is I'm feeling, what it is I'm thinking, what it is I'm going through. And that allows for more clarity in my life. That approach may not work for everybody else, but currently at this stage of my life where I'm at, and in terms of like the confidence I built in myself and me knowing myself, I trust myself more to be able to kind of let my mind do its thing. It's almost like when you got a puppy and you don't trust it without a leash, because puppies kind of just go off on their own. And I think my brain was that way for so long. I was trying to keep it on this short leash for so long because I didn't trust it. And to a certain degree, I don't fully want to just let my mind go off on its own completely. I still need to have those reins on it to be able to reel it in. But the point I'm making is that that puppy, as it grows older, it gets more mature, you gain more trust that it's going to come back to you, that it's going to do the things that you trained it to do. I do the same thing with my brain, with my mind. I allow it some space to kind of do what it needs to do. I don't constrict it. I trust that it's going to come back with the right answers, with the right things that I programmed it to do, that I've trained it to do. And for me, it's really been working. And the only way I'm able to do that is to give myself time and space. It's so important. And yesterday, November 11th, 11/11 was a beautiful day for me. Every day's been a beautiful day, but in particular, this day was a beautiful day. I really got a lot accomplished when really I didn't accomplish much at all. Or let me say that again. I got a lot accomplished by not accomplishing much at all. I really took that day to myself to really just do a lot of self-care. And for me, self-care was getting out into nature. I spent at least an hour at the beach, got some sun, I got in the water, submerged myself, really just was present with the ocean and nature and looking up at the clouds, reflecting on life, just seeing how beautiful it was around me and things like that. And, you know, with the current state of the world right now, with all the wars, the violence, all sorts of different agendas going on, it was really nice to settle myself into nature, see other people have fun, seeing families out there having fun, being present in the moment, creating core memories with one another. I had my music playing, I had some food, I had a coffee. And after that, you took a cold shower, and then I got into the gym. I did a nice little quick workout where I did some cardio, just very light. Saturday and Sundays are my light days, so I really take it easy to let my body kind of recover, recharge, and recuperate. I was in there for, about an hour to an hour and a half. And then after that, I treated my family to a really good meal. And then also, I did a lot of things for myself, finished up my laundry, cleaned up my room, took my time with the whole day. And it felt so great to just take things slow and to be present and to feel like I'm not doing much, but I actually got so much more accomplished. And I feel so much more recharged and just better in so many ways. And I'm so accepting of whatever it is that the universe has planned for me now. Whether that aforementioned opportunity that I talked about earlier on comes to fruition or not, the agenda for me is still the same. The motives for me are still the same. I'm still working towards something greater, which is the ability to connect with as many people as I can and to serve with what it is I believe to be my gift, which is my voice, my ability to communicate, my ability to articulate and connect with other people. And this platform and this structure of podcasting has really allowed me to do that. I've been able to connect with so many beautiful people. I'd like to think that I've helped in many ways, and I've also been helped by so many people. I've learned so many different things by strengthening bonds and creating connections with people and things of that nature. That's what I'm always going to be working towards. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I do, that's always going to be the goal, is connecting, uplifting, inspiring, motivating, building with people that are working towards something greater, exploring our highest potentials and making this world a better place. And I think that regardless if that opportunity, like I say, comes to fruition, I'm gonna keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other. I'm fully at peace with that, and I will give you guys updates. I like to be fully transparent with y'all and keep y'all up to speed with what's going on with me. That way I could be more relatable, and we're all cut from that same cloth. We're all looking to get better in our lives. If you're watching this, I know you're somebody that's looking to get better in their lives. That's somebody looking to level up. That's somebody looking to explore their greatest potentials and make the world a better place, right? With that being said, I'm on that journey. I know you're on that journey, and man, I'll meet y'all at the top. And thank you so much for tapping into this episode. I just really wanted to come on here and just share this stream of consciousness I've been having recently and put it into words and put it into a format where I can connect with people and share it, because I think there's a lot of great things that you can pull from this. I think there has to be that balance. You have to learn when it's time to pick up that pace and when it's time to kind of like slow down and let the universe do its thing. I think that's really what the definition of flow is, right? Just really just learning how to weave and bob and, go with that flow of what's happening in life. Keep showing up every single day, keep doing these things, but at the same time, trust, have faith, surrender to that greater energy, to that greater force, and just don't lose sight of your vision. God's plan is bigger than our plan. I'll say that. And I firmly believe that. I'm going to continue to work my plan and believe that God is working through me. And I know that great things are on the horizon, but there's also great things happening right now. And with that being said, thank you so much for tapping in, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I want to send y'all a whole ton of love, light, and just great vibes. It's so much fun creating these, and I can't wait to show y'all what we got cooking up next, y'all. All right, stay tuned. And if you ain't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me on all the social media outlets. All right, peace and love, y'all.